Hey guys, so this is one of the easier floors if you have the right strategy for it. The floor mechanic is a pretty simple one. If you freeze or stun any of the opponents, the rest will move closer to taking a turn. So we just don't do that at all. We make a stable team with one dedicated damage dealer and just ignore it. And this is that team. First, we're using Gabrielle because her immunity gives us a lot of stability on the team, as well as her buffs and debuffs. Secondly, we have our main damage dealer. This case will be Tengyun, and he is a fantastic single target damage dealer. Then we're using Meredith, who has great healing and also offers single target damage. And just a reminder, you can actually get her from ripples these days. Then we're using a combination of Sahua and Anki to reduce our cooldowns constantly, keeping uptime on our buffs. Now, they both can be built a number of ways, and you can actually put them both on Adamantine set if you feel like your teams are too squishy going through it. Alright, let's get into it and see how this 4-1 team works. Now it's 4 supports, 1 damage dealer. Now, keep in mind, in this setup, you probably want to target the Flower Girls first because they're the only real damage on this team. But if you feel like your team is too squishy, you may want to target the Vampire guys first because they can actually reduce your max HP cap, and that can have some implications later on in the fights. So I'll just go ahead and speed this along then. As we approach the end of this wave, you're going to want to save your skills for the next one. Now this fight is a little bit more tedious or difficult, and you definitely want to take out the counterattackers first. So you want to target down one of the Bardens first, and then the other one. Luckily, because this team is full of supports, you can actually sustain yourself even though you're getting attacked back constantly. And one of the cool things is, when one of the Rensis has standoff, Meredith can actually remove that. So we'll just go ahead and speed along, because this takes a bit. That wasn't too bad, and again, we want to save our skills for this fight. Now, it's important to note that the enemy team has 2 dedicated counterattackers on the front line, and that's Falconer. Luckily, he only counterattacks if he has applied his mark to your espers, and by using immunity, he won't be able to apply those marks. Now, it is important to note that the Lilings, or the Nejas as they're called, can actually go and one-shot one of your espers, but that's not really a big deal since you have so many supporters. So you may want to target them, or at least one of them first, and then the counterattackers. The boss herself, the Queen Mother, she's really not that hard of a fight, so you can just work her down eventually. Now, it's sad that we lost Gabrielle, but she did her job by giving us immunity to kind of push through the Falconer's counterattacks. And the rest of the fight is really, really easy because you don't have the pressure of like Neja one-shotting one of your espers. So overall, the floor is pretty simple as long as you go ahead and have a team that's not trying to control the opponents. So if you have any questions, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. And just a reminder, I do have videos for every 5 floors of Temporal Tower, and so make sure to check those out. Thank you for watching.